All right. It is time for our amazing Ellen Lewis to help you visualize, help you draw, help you color, help you write and dream your dreams. So go ahead, Ellen, and take it away.
That is such a silly picture of me. I thought I'm like,
That's what I got. Facebook stalking at 7 o'clock. So
I think there may have been some better ones, but it's okay. I forgive you. All right, I'm gonna give you some grace. I'm gonna use Jenny's word and give you some grace. I love how she just like called all of us out and shared our words with everybody. So, anyways, all right, so we are going to talk about our pillowcases. All right, and what this is it is our vision boards for the new year. And so, directors, if you have a vision board, just kind of hold it up for me so I can find you, and I'm going to spotlight you. I want you to share like 30 seconds. I see Bonnie waving around. All right, Bonnie, take it away. Share it. Show us your vision board.
There we go.
It can be a current one
Okay,
or a past one,
so
directors.
this
Okay.
is a past one. I found two of them when I was doing some hunting around. This was my 2018. This is on a dry erase board, actually. So, you can do whatever it works for you. At our team meeting to start 2022, we gave little mini poster boards to everybody. And just it has a little bit of everything on there. Definitely our organizational sales goal, trying to work towards that Pearl Elite. That was a big goal for us. Moving up leaders. I talked a lot that year about the area of concern and influence. What are things that you really should be focusing on and things that you should not be focusing on? Our son and daughter-in-law were getting married, so we needed wedding money. We wanted to pay off the truck, long weekends at the lake. So just kind of putting that all that together, and my word was overcome, and extra family time. So just putting all those different areas so that you can see, and all different ways that you can do it, and hopefully all your dreams will come true. But you got to have it out there. You got to have it. It sat on my dresser the entire year.
I love it. And if you guys didn't notice, Bonnie actually just posted a day ago about things you can control in your circle of influence and your circle of concern. So definitely go check that out. I was funny when she was talking, I was like, didn't she just post about this? So I was like scrolling on my other screen to see if it was you. I knew somebody did. All right.
Yep.
Other directors, I think I saw Loretta waving hers around. Loretta, are you waving one around? All right. I'm coming to you. Coming to you. Whoops.
I have lots of them. I have
So
lots
many.
and lots and lots.
So many.
I don't know. I mean, 2019 was probably a fun one. I wanted to make sure my kids went to college loan free, and that was accomplished. I like taking my family on trips from Tupperware. Last year, we went on a wild trip, and where it was you could select your own trip. We all went to Yosemite National Park, and so that was fun. Quality time with my family, with my mom and where she's at in her life. Every moment we could spend with her are definitely moments we will remember. And so, and of course, adding on to the house with my mom and making it a home for all of us. So even though she keeps saying, "How'd I get here? And when am I going home?" I'm like, "You're home."
This is it. This is
But
this is right.
all things I can offer and dream about. But putting them on the pillowcase and keeping that visual in front of you keeps you focused when maybe April rolls around and you're thinking, I don't know about this. Pull out your vision board and keep it in front of you. You'll remind yourself.
Exactly. I love it. All right. Any other directors have any handy? It's okay if you don't. No worries. All right. So let me share a couple and it's funny, Loretta. So I ran downstairs because I forgot to grab these, but I have like a whole like these are from like past years. Some of them are faded. I actually slept with one on a pillow one year, and it bled onto my pillow. I was like, I'm not doing that again. It was kind of silly, but I wanted to share with you a couple of them. And so this one is from 2012. This is from 2012. You see how like faded it is, right? And I was really focused that year on having a month where I earned $10,000 bonus in 1 month. And I was like so excited. I don't think I hit it that year. I think it was a couple more years later, but I'm not going to hit it if I don't like put it out there and go for it. Right. And so it's not about necessarily like sometimes I can like look at it and be like, check, check, check. but most of the time not. But what it does is it kind of keeps propelling me forward, even if it's 3 steps forward, 2 steps back, right? It does kind of propel you forward. And so, but one of the big things like on here, I was talking about like what rank I wanted to be and just about stepping other people up. A lot of times there's Mickey ears on there because I want to go to Disney. This year I don't have that. I just kind of have a vacation. But yeah, so I have, and even on here, one of them, I think it was a different one. We needed 2 air conditioned units. And so I had those on there, right? Because I knew that was something we need to take care of that year. But yeah, so this year I was going for $1 million, $1 million plus, right? And so you just kind of, you never know. But one of the things that's so important when you're creating whatever this vision is for yourself and when you're writing it down, it's great to cut out pictures and just sit in a mindful space and just kind of like be flipping through things and just pick pictures that resonate with you. But it's really powerful to do it yourself, to draw the pictures, but also not only drawing pictures, but putting words with it too. You don't want all words and you don't want all pictures. You want to kind of engage both sides of your brain. So you want to prepare your space, right? You want to figure out a space where you can go that's kind of calm, that you can think really truly, what is it that you're looking for in this year so that you can set this intention. You want to reflect on those goals. You know, I do a lot of journaling and sometimes my journaling isn't like I sit down and I write this great grand story. I am not a writer. Like I'm not going to write something that everybody's going to read and be like, oh, wow, that's just beautiful. Like, how do you come up with that stuff, right? It's just kind of like more a stream of conscious, right? And so it's just like a brain dump, okay? And it's important to do that, to just kind of like get everything flowing. And you want to gather inspiration. So whether that's coming from reading in something inspirational, looking even through your photos, like Pam, like Loretta was talking about with, she looked through my Facebook photos, right? Looking through your own Facebook photos. Do you ever look at those and you're just like, oh my God, that was such a fun time. Oh my God, I remember that year. I love looking at albums from past Jubilees and like times when we get together and I'm just like, oh my gosh, that was so fun. And I love that outfit and I love that shirt. Like, I just love looking at things like that. So gathering that inspiration, and then creating the layout. And so a lot of times I do a rough draft. So this is this year's rough draft. So I start with just kind of some words. You see, I was like trying to pick out colors and markers, right? So this is kind of my rough draft of this year's. And it's important to kind of do that. Now I will give you a pro tip here, okay? Because it takes a lot to get my creative juices flowing, and sometimes I need them to flow faster. And so when I'm trying to figure out, and I am not an artiste, okay? I was really impressed by Loretta's like airplane. Did anybody like end the picture of her table? And I was like, hello, like, no, not here, okay? So, but what I do is I figure out a word, right? And then I open up a Word document and I go to clip art and I put that word in, and I get some really good ideas. And they're very simple drawings that I can handle. So that's a little pro tip to you, so you can make it look really cool and unique. And so that's what I do. I literally open clip art. And so a lot of times I like before a rally like this, I will go ahead and start mapping it out just so I don't sit there with a blank paper. And so then this is what I've come up with so far for this year. My word is move. Everybody knows that, right? I want to have more family time, and we're going to go on a family vacation this year. I want to attract my ideal consultant. And I even went as far as to figure out what her characteristics or his or her characteristics or attributes are, right? And I was like, yeah. And you know what I did? I thought of some of my favorite people at Champion and was like, what do I love about them? And I wrote those things down so I could create this wonderful person of pulling from all of you, right? I was just like, I want them to be driven like Loretta. I want them to be positive like Bonnie. I want them to be right. And so I just kind of went through and I pulled out these attributes from all these wonderful people that I know and was like, this is what I'm looking for. Because if you're not clear about what you're looking for, you're going to get a mess, right? If you don't know where you're going, you're going to get lost. Well, you might not get lost, but it might take you a while to get there. And sometimes that's fun, okay? Sometimes the windy road is fun. Don't get me wrong. But want to get there and you want to get there faster. You want to have a clear vision. So I want to have a clear vision of the people I want to attract into my business that are going to help me achieve what it is that I'm looking to achieve, right? And so then you want to assemble it, right? You want to put it down, however it is that looks like to you. I even have a digital version too. And so like after I had it for last year, I don't have it yet this year, but you want to figure out where you're going to put it. So my last year pillowcase is actually on my wall right up here, right? It's right up here. And so I see it all the time. But I also have a digital version that is my wallpaper on my laptop, right? And so I have those things in front of me. And if you can have something else throughout your house, even if it's a post-it note with just your word or just one of the designs or something on it, that works. It does not have to be complicated. It doesn't have to be something super elaborate or expensive. It can be something very, very simple. So, so that is kind of a little bit about our visioning, right? And about our pillowcases and stuff. So we're going to give you about 5 minutes just to kind of jot some things down. The first things that pop into your head, you know, words, or maybe just some loose sketches or things like that. And so go ahead and start that. I'm going to put on just a little bit of music. Like I said, it's only going to be about 5 minutes, and then we're going to come back, do our drawings, and wrap this up. All right. So we're going to be nice and fast, but it'll just kind of give you a time to be able to do that. Because I don't know about all of you, but I have a tendency to like, I'm like, yeah, I'm going to do that. Awesome. Thank you so much, Loretta. And I hope this kind of gave you guys a second just to kind of get started with everything. I know that, you know, sometimes it takes a little bit of time, and sometimes you know, you're kind of stuck, right? Because it's a big question. So definitely, you know, take time to kind of follow up on this and it can keep going, right?
Post those dream boards, pillowcases, whatever you, vision boards, a digital picture, whatever you created. Okay, it's your creation, your dream. So make sure you post that for us.